here. So we're at Mitre Peak Lodge. I'm on the verge of dying, but we made it. No more digging yams. As Picard would say, make it so. Make it so, no more picking yams. It is day 5 of the ultimate hike Milford Track, and the best part about today is there's no hiking. Went to bed about 8:45 last night, absolutely wrecked. Got up about 6:30. I've perfected what's known as the 80-year-old man shuffle, and if you want to know what it feels like to be really old, take this walk and then walk around afterwards, because I imagine there's a lot of similarities to the aches and pains that you're feeling. Today we're just going on a boat cruise, pleasant boat cruise across out there, and then we're catching the bus back to the Queenstown airport where our trip concludes.
Morning.
Hello.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Say we've seen some pretty spectacular sights and views on our walk, but this cruise definitely offers something new. Pretty amazing. Just about to board the bus for the last time for the final drive from Te Anau back to Queenstown. I'm at the airport reflecting on the Ultimate Hikes Milford Track experience. The staff along the track, really cool. Essentially, they have to deal with spoilt, rich wankers and be nice to them and listen to them complain about how hard the track is for those 4 days and not tell them just to shut the fuck up. It's their job to put up with these people, because that is really the majority of people that do this hike is rich, spoiled wankers. And as one of those rich, spoiled wankers, I have to say they dealt with me very, very well. Is this a good idea to do as your first ever hike the Milford Track? No. I think that, as someone that never walked, has only ever done 2 to 3 hour hikes tops, to do, 4 day, 7 hours a day hiking is a real shock to the system, as you saw by my ongoing reports yesterday. Don't bring a heavy pack. I just weighed my bag at the terminal. It was 15 kg, and that's only, going to be 7 or 8 kg more than it should be. But that 7 or 8 kg over the course of 30,000 steps each day began to really add up. The food on the Milford Track, it was amazing in terms of the accommodation. We weren't paying for the most expensive, single rooms or anything like that, but it was a hell of a lot better than staying in the regular huts, which I've also stayed in. The beds are comfy, there's power, there's heating, you can wash and dry your clothes, all the sorts of things that are just really kind of impossible when you're doing the track in the regular way. Do I recommend doing the ultimate hikes version of the Milford Track? If you like to be spoilt and pampered on your hikes, yes. When I finish a 7-hour hike, the last thing I want to do is set up a tent and cook a meal out of a pack and battle the elements, turn on my gas stove, wear 50 layers of clothing plus my sleeping bag because it's 0 degrees outside. I don't want to do any of that after a 7-hour hike. I just want to put my feet up and relax, and that's what this hike ultimately allows you to do. Yes, I do recommend it, but if you're super unfit or you've never hiked before, maybe try a little warm-up one before you dive right in. But in terms of the views, the scenery, when you see it with your own eyes, it is truly breathtaking, and nothing that I have captured on my phone does it justice at all. And if you want to see some of the most stunning visuals in New Zealand, throw yourself back into time, no cell phone for 5 days. That's actually beautiful. That's actually awesome. The highlight of the track for me is absolutely the 3rd day when you go up McKinnon Pass. That's where the views are best if the weather's good. That's where things are most stunning, although there is some beautiful spots on days 2 and 4. Really, day 3 can't be topped. Now for me, the hardest part of the track was day 4 because I was so sore from day 3. Because I was carrying such a heavy bag, every step I was taking was hurting my feet. My hamstring and my knee were bothering me again from putting so much pressure on them, climbing and descending on day 3. The endurance required for day 4, one of the most physically hardest thing I've done in my life. On the flip side of all that, I was doing it with a bunch of people that were 50 or 60 plus. A 78-year-old did it, and she did it about 5 minutes slower than I did. But these people are, for the most part, experienced walkers and have done this all their life, and I haven't. I am making excuses, of course, but I guess what I'm saying is I was doing it to help film my short film about the Milford Track. And I'm very glad I did it. I'm very glad for the experience, and it's something that I'll reflect on and look back on very fondly, apart from that last day.